All right, so to get the dataset, you need to go to superdatascience.com/training. And then if you scroll down in part 1 visualization, we need this section 2, how to use Tableau for data mining, this dataset. So once you've downloaded it, it's a couple of megabytes, I think. Then if you go to visualization section, or this is the folder that I created on my desktop, it's got 3 sections for this part of the course, and then churn investigation. There's churn modeling. Oh, it's just below a megabyte. So we're going to open this up in Excel. Let me just drag this here. And the interesting thing about this dataset is it's actually the same one that we're going to be using for modeling down the track in the next part of the course. And therefore you get kind of a sneak peek of what to expect. It's always a good thing, and that's how you would normally do it in a data science project. You would investigate your dataset, you would mine it for data, and then after you have some insights, you would only then go ahead and create the model. So kind of we're doing it in the right chronology there. Anyway, so what is this dataset? It's quite a large dataset. It's got 10,000 rows. It's got quite a few columns. This is a list of customers of a bank. Of course, this is all fictionary, so not a real list of customers of a bank. And they've got customer ID here. They've got their surnames, the credit score of the person, where the person's banking. So let me explain the situation. There's this bank in Europe. It has operates in 3 countries: France, Spain, and Germany. And it's got a lot of customers, but recently they've been seeing a problem. A lot of customers have been leaving the bank not normal churn rates. So churn is when people leave a company, and something they're not used to seeing, and they decided to hire you as a data scientist to investigate this situation and tell them what exactly is going on, and give them some insights into the problem so they can come up with ways to fix it. So what this data set represents is it's not all of their customers. This is a massive bank. So this is just a small sample of their customers. And what they did is they took this snapshot of their customers. They took 10,000 customers, randomly selected 10,000 customers. And then they said, okay, let's find out everything we can about them. Their customer ID, surname, credit score, geography, where they bank, gender, age, how long they've been with the bank, that's tenure, balance, number of products they have with the bank. So do they have a credit card, a loan, maybe a savings account? Do they have a credit card or not? Are they an active member? So have they logged into the online banking in the past month? Or the definition of this can be different. It can be, have they logged into their online banking in the past month? Or can it be have they made a transaction in the past 2 months, or something like that. So it can be anything, but they gave you this variable as a flag, so you can go ahead and use it now. And then you would either know the definition as they give you the variable, or you can find out later if you find that this is an important variable. Estimated salary, so how much does the bank think they're earning, because they can't tell, they don't know that information. They estimated the salary. And then they didn't have this column originally, so what they did is they found out all this information, and this is how these things are normally done, right? So when you have a problem, you want to run a test. So they found these 10,000 customers, randomly selected them, found all this information about them, and then said, okay, so we're going to watch these customers for 6 months. And within 6 months, we want to find out who of these customers will leave and who of these customers will stay. And that's how this column appeared. So 6 months later, they went back to this list and they checked, okay, who left the bank? And if the person left the bank, they put a 1. If the person is still with the bank, they put a 0. So basically what this means is that you have some information on customers which was measured before, 6 months before the event or the second measurement took place. And then when the second measurement took place, you kind of know now, okay, 6 months on the track, which customers are more likely to leave, or which customers actually left. And from this information, all of this information together in here, you need to derive some insights for the bank and tell them, okay, maybe, things that you can observe, some trends or some behavioral tendencies. So this is what we're going to be analyzing, like behavioral segmentation. It's going to be fun. We're going to look at, for instance, are females more likely to leave the bank than males? And this kind of makes sense, right? It's a basic A/B test. You want to see, all right, how many female customers left, how many male customers left of all of these totals, and then obviously you have to normalize it by the number of total female and male customers, because this is probably going to be disproportionate anyway. And then you want to find out, so based on this column, who is more likely, females or males, or is it equal? And then you report that to the bank and you tell them, okay, actually, imagine if you see that only female customers are leaving. How valuable is that to a bank? They'll be like, oh, we're definitely doing something wrong, and we need to cater for this segment of our market and make sure that our offering is the right thing, exactly what they're looking for. Or maybe there's a competitor, a bank, in one of the regions, there's another bank that is taking away all of the customers from this bank. So there's lots of things that you might be able to find, and you will find in the upcoming tutorials. It's going to be fun, and this is how you investigate. You will learn how to investigate data sets like this. So look for dependencies when you have like a binary outcome. And it doesn't have to be customer data. So for a lot of customer-centric organization, this is going to be valuable. So I've done this personally. I've done this so many times. It is such a value add to any customer-centric organization. So whenever an organization deals with customers, this is a lot of value add. This is we're slowly venturing into the territory of segmentation. And then the other thing is, even if your organization is not dealing directly with customers, or you don't have data sets like this, or as a data scientist, you're working on different projects, you will still find a lot of valuable insights here. How to run A/B tests in Tableau, how to work with chi-square tests, what they mean basically. And even just working with Tableau will be very valuable along, learning how to work with Tableau will be valuable along the way. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. We're going to get started in the next tutorial, and I look forward to seeing you there.